Knowing our numbers. In your earlier classes, you have learned up to thousands, and you have also learned different operations with numbers like addition, subtraction. We also learned how to compare numbers and how to arrange them in ascending order and in descending order and so on. Now in this chapter, we are going to learn about the numbers that they have more than 5 digits in them. So we are going to learn about large numbers. Estimating and comparing numbers. Here we have some numbers 3845, 485, 34, 13845. So now we have to identify among these numbers which is the greatest number and which is the smallest number. So here, how do we do that? Here by observing them, we can tell which is the greatest number and which is the smallest. We can do that by counting the number of digits in them. See this number 1, 2, 3, 4. It has got 4 digits. And 1, 2, 3. It has got 3 digits. And 1, 2. This number has got 2 digits. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So among these numbers, this 13845, 13,845 is having 5 digits in it. So we know that the number which is having more digits is the greatest number, and the number that is having less digits is the lowest number or the smallest number. So this is the smallest number. And this number is the greatest number among the given numbers. Now, here we have 2 more numbers. Now we have to identify which is the smallest and greatest among these 2 numbers. Here both the numbers have the same number of digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits, and even this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So can we say both the numbers are of equal value? No. Here, if both the numbers are having the same number of digits, how do we find which is the smallest and which is the greatest? Now, we can look at its place values. So these numbers having 10,000 place value on the left side. So first we see the 10,000 place value. What is that 10,000 place value here? 5. And for this number in the 10,000 place value, it is having 4. So which is greater? 5 is greater than 4. So this number is the greater number and this is the smallest number among the 2. Now here we have 2 more numbers. Now let us identify which is bigger and which is the smaller. So if you see that the number of digits are same in both the cases, here also 5 digits and here also 5 digits. Now what we have to do? Look at the place values. So what is that highest place value of this number? 10,000. So in 10,000 place value, this is having 5 and even this is having 5. Then how do you find out which is the biggest number? If you find the same number in 10,000's place of the given numbers, then move to the next thousands place. And here also 8, here also 8. So move to the next place, hundreds. Here 6, here 6. So till here both are looking equal. Now next go to the tens place. Here you have 7 and here you have 6 in its tens place. Till here in 10,000's place and in thousands place and in hundreds place, in both the cases we find the same number, but in tens place, here it is a bigger number compared to this. So this number is greater and this number is smaller because 7 is greater than 6. So in this way, we can compare the numbers which is smallest and which is the greatest among the given numbers. Estimation and rounding of numbers. In our daily life, we come across many situations where we round off the numbers for a convenience. Say for example, in the month of November, nearly 25,000 people visited Salarjung Museum. So here this 25,000, we are telling it nearly. And one more example, we see that approximately 9 lakh people attended SSC exam this year. So 9 lakh people approximately. So we are using that approximately term. So we see that 43,500 tons of iron ore is loaded into ships this year. So here 43,500 tons, roughly, say roughly. So when we are talking about some big number, when there is no necessity of giving the exact value of the number, for a convenience, the number is rounded off to the nearer tens or hundreds or thousands or 10,000s. So that is called rounding off numbers. So generally numbers are rounded off for a convenience. Say nearly 25,000 people visited Salarjung Museum in this month. So this is for a comparison. When we take the bigger numbers for a comparisons, generally they are rounded off. So when they are rounded off, that will be a convenient way to compare. Here, this 25,000, it is not the exact number, nearly. That means it may be around some 24,999 or it may be around 25,020 or 30. So it will be around 25,000 more or less. So it is rounded off to 25,000. In the same way, 9 lakh children attended SSC exam. This is approximately. The number may be a little more or less, but in comparison, while comparing for convenience, the numbers are rounded off to their closest tens or hundreds or thousands or 10,000s as per the requirement. Here we have a set of numbers. Among these numbers, a few numbers are circled. Now we have to round off these circled numbers to their closest tens. So rounding off to tens. Here we have 80 to 90 numbers. Let us start with 81 number. If you take 81 number, how will you round it off? So 81 is having 80 one side, 90 on the other side. It can be rounded off to either 80 or 90, but here it has to be rounded off to the closest tens. So which one is the closest, 90 or 80? If you see that 80 is just beside it, 90 is far away. After some 8 numbers, 90 is far off. So it will be rounded off to 80. So 81 will be rounded off to 80 because 80 is the closest to 81. Now let us take 87. Even the 87 is in between 80 and 90, 210 places. So 87 is closest to 90 compared to 80. 80 is far from 87 because it is close to 90. So 87 will be rounded off to 90. Now come to the 85. 85 is in between. It can be rounded off to 80 or it can be rounded off to 90 because it is in between, in the center position, equal distance from both the tens positions, but generally 85 will be rounded off to 90 only. Introduction to large numbers. We have learned numbers up to 5 digits. So what is that biggest 5-digit number you know? 99,999. So this is the biggest 5-digit number we know. If we add 1 to this 5-digit biggest number, it becomes 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is a 6-digit number. By adding 1 to the biggest 5-digit number, we get a 6-digit number. So this 1 lakh is the smallest 6-digit number. So what is happening here? When we add 1 to the biggest 5-digit number, we get the smallest 6-digit number. So here we got 1 lakh. So in the same way, 9,99,999. So here what is the number of digits here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 9,99,999 is the biggest 6-digit number. So this is the biggest 6 digit. If we add 1, it becomes a 7-digit number. So what is the 7-digit number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 10 lakhs. By adding 1 to the biggest 6-digit number, 9,99,999, it becomes the smallest 7-digit number, that is 10 lakhs. Now, for the biggest 7-digit number, 99,99,999. If we add 1 for the biggest 7-digit number, if we add 1, it becomes 1 crore. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits. By adding 1 to the biggest 7-digit number, 99,99,999, so we get 1 crore. So 1 crore is the smallest 8-digit number. So in this way, the bigger numbers are formed. Now let us see the place values of larger numbers. Crores, 10 crores and crores. Now let us see 10 crores number. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros and 1. So total number of digits, 9 digits in 10 crores. If you see crore, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros plus 1. Number of digits 8 for crore. 1 crore means 8 digits. Now 10 lakhs. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So here 7 digits. Lakh. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 5 zeros and 1. Total digits 6. And look at 10,000s. 10,000s. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. 10,000 and number of digits 5. And thousands 1, 0, 0, 0. So number of digits 4. And hundreds 1, 0, 0. Number of digits 3. And tens 1, 0. Number of digits 2. And ones 1 and number of digits 1. So these are the larger numbers and their place values. So these are the larger numbers and their number of digits. Now let us see the relation between different larger numbers. 1 crore is equal to 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is equal to 1000 thousands. That means 1 crore is equal to 1000 thousands. And see, 1 lakh is equal to 100 thousands. 100 thousands is equal to 1000 hundreds. So 1 lakh is equal to 1000 hundreds. So this is the relation between the larger numbers. Use of commas. Here we have a number 76489325. Reading this number without commas, it is not convenient and not easy. So we place commas to read and write the numbers easily. According to our Indian numbering system, we place commas beginning from right, crossing 3 digits. After crossing 3 digits from right, we place the first comma. So the value that is before that comma it is all thousands, and after this comma, this is all hundreds. Now again, after two more places from right to left, we place the second comma. So that is from after the fifth digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the fifth digit, the second comma is placed. So now again, after two digits, that is 7 digits from right to left, we place the third comma. Now we can read this as 7 crores 64 lakhs 89,325. So this is according to the Indian numbering system. We placed the commas. So commas, what is the use of commas? The use of commas is, it is easy and convenient to write and read large numbers like this. International system of numeration. The way we write and read the numbers in our country is different from other countries. Here in our country, we keep the commas after 3 digits from right, then after 5 digits and after 7 digits, and we read this number as 6 crore 48 lakhs 93,162. But whereas in international system of numeration, the placement of commas and the way the numbers are read or written are different. Let us see. Here we place the comma after the 3 digits from right. Even in the international system also the same is done. After the hundreds place, a comma is placed. So in our Indian system, after 2 more digits, that is after thousands place, we keep a comma. And we read the before part as lakhs. But here in international system, after 3 more digits, they put a comma. Now, they read this as thousands. Generally, after 10,000, we go to lakhs, but they say thousands. 893,162. And the number that is there before this comma is read as million and 10 million. Now in international system, this number is read as 64,893,162. It is called as 64,893,162 according to the international system of numeration. Now let us see the difference between the Indian system and international system. According to Indian system here, 100 crores, we call it as billion in international system. 10 crores in Indian system is called as 100 millions in international system. So crore in Indian system is 10 million and 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million in international system. So there is no lakhs in international system. Whatever we call as lakh in Indian system is 100,000s. So from here, 10,000, 1,000, 100, tens, ones are common for both Indian and international system. So if you see the international system, after 10,000, it becomes 100,000s. Whereas in Indian system, we call it as lakhs, 10 lakhs and so on. But here, after 10,000, 100,000s, and after that million and 10 million, 100 million, billion. So 1 crore in Indian system is 10 millions in international system. In the same way, 1 lakh is equal to 100,000s in international system. So here at these places we find the difference between Indian and international system. Large numbers used in our day-to-day life situations. In our daily life, we need to measure so many things. We need to measure the length, we need to measure the weight, we need to measure the volume, we need to measure the time and so on. So here we need some units to measure them. Say for example, to measure the length we have a standard unit meter, and to measure the weight we have kilogram, which is written as kg, and even to measure the volume we have liter denoted by L, and to measure the time we have S to measure the time in seconds. Here, but sometimes in some cases we have to measure long distances. For example, we have to measure distances between 2 towns, that is in kilometers. Sometimes we need to measure the length of a pencil, which is in centimeters. Sometimes we need to measure the thickness of a paper, which is still smaller than centimeter, then we need millimeters. So we need to know about the units of measurement and their conversions. So by that we can calculate them easily. Now let us see the conversion of a meter. 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. So now by using these relations, if we wanted to find out 1 kilometer, we wanted to express this 1 kilometer in millimeters. So 1 kilometer is equal to how many millimeters? So let us write 1 kilometer. Take this relation, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. 1000 meters. So 1000 meters is equal to, here 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 1000 meters is equal to 1000 into 100 centimeters. Now this 1000 into this 100 centimeters, how many millimeters? This 100 centimeters into 10, because 10 millimeters. So now this 1000, 100, 10. Now let us see. So 1 kilometer is equal to 10 lakh millimeters. Here 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. 1000 meters, if we wanted to express 1000 meters in centimeters, 1000 into 100, then we will get the value in centimeters. If we wanted to express the value in millimeters, here we have to express in millimeters. So 1000 into 100 into 10. So it is 10 lakh millimeters. And even for weight, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. And 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. So 1 kg is equal to 1000 into 1000. So it become 1 kg is equal to 10 lakh milligrams if we wanted to express 1 kg in milligrams. And even if we see the volume, 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters, and 1000 liters is equal to 1 kiloliter. So kiloliter is a very big volume. Say for example, in a bucket of water we find around 20 liters. So 20 liters will fit in a bucket. So what is a kiloliter? 1000 liters. So you can imagine such a big number. The water that is stored in reservoirs and in tanks and in water tanks is measured in kiloliters.